Listen carefully. In 2006, humanity made a decision. We stripped a world of its title. We called it small, insignificant, a frozen remnant drifting at the edge of everything. But when a spacecraft travelled billions of miles into the darkness and finally sent back images, what we discovered was not silence. It was something far more disturbing. We expected a lifeless rock. Instead, we found a world that shouldn't exist. A place where mountains float, where snow falls red from a black sky. And at its centre, a massive, pale heart hides a toxic secret. For decades we called it a planet. Then we erased it. But this exiled world was never dead. It is a frozen nightmare, still moving, still changing, still alive. This is the truth about Pluto. Now imagine this, a journey lasting nearly 10 years. A spacecraft racing through space at incredible speed, leaving Earth behind forever. As distance grows, the sun begins to shrink. Slowly, painfully, it fades. What was once a blinding star becomes just another point of light. By the time you arrive here, sunlight is barely present, hundreds of times weaker than what we see on Earth. If you stood on this distant surface at noon, the sky wouldn't glow. It would remain black, a permanent twilight, frozen in time. Then, in 2015, everything changed. Our cameras finally saw it, stretching across the surface, a perfect shape, a giant heart, bright, smooth, almost beautiful. The world saw something poetic, something gentle, but scientists saw something else entirely. That heart is not a symbol of life. It is a scar. A massive basin over 1,000 kilometers wide, filled with frozen chemicals, nitrogen, methane, carbon monoxide, a place known as Sputnik Planitia, and it is not still. Beneath its frozen surface, a faint heat remains trapped deep inside the planet, a dying warmth, just enough to keep things moving. The nitrogen slowly shifts, churns and rises, like a thick, freezing ocean trying to breathe. Anything that lands here disappears. Asteroids don't leave marks. They don't survive. They are swallowed, pulled into the depths and erased. A perfect surface because nothing is allowed to stay. But the true horror begins at its edges. At the boundary of this frozen sea, mountains rise into the darkness, not made of rock. On this world, rock means nothing. The temperature is so extreme that ordinary water becomes harder than steel. These towering peaks, thousands of meters high, are made of solid ice. And they don't stand still, they float. Entire mountains break away, drifting slowly across the frozen plains like massive icebergs. Imagine standing there, watching a mountain range silently move towards you. And then you notice something worse. The snow isn't white, it's red. High above, faint sunlight interacts with frozen gases. It creates complex organic particles that fall from the sky, like a slow, endless rain of dust, painting the entire world in deep crimson. A silent snowfall, turning the landscape into something alien. For years, we believed this world was frozen solid, but something didn't make sense. The massive weight of the central basin should have shifted the entire planet over time, but it didn't. The only explanation: something heavy lies beneath. Hidden under layers of ice, there may be an ocean, liquid water in complete darkness, trapped, pressurized, alive with possibility. And wherever water exists, one question always follows: could something be there? We don't have the answer, not yet. As the spacecraft moved away, leaving this distant world behind, it turned back one last time and captured something unexpected. A thin, glowing blue halo surrounding the planet. An atmosphere. Fragile. Beautiful. A final reminder that even here, at the edge of the solar system, something still endures. But Pluto is not alone. Locked in an eternal gravitational bond is its largest companion, Charon. So massive, so close, that they don't orbit like a normal planet and moon. They orbit each other, a binary system. If you stood on one side of Pluto, Charon would hang motionless in the sky, never rising, never setting, just watching. And on the other side, it would never appear at all. Charon itself carries scars, its surface marked by a dark red region at its pole, a stain created by gases escaping Pluto, only to freeze again on its companion. Two worlds, connected, sharing material, sharing history, surviving together in the coldest darkness. Around them, smaller moons spin wildly, unstable, unpredictable, fragments of a long-forgotten collision, remnants of chaos. We may have changed its label, we may have reduced its status, but none of that matters. Because Pluto does not need recognition. It remains what it has always been, a complex, evolving, mysterious world. A ruler of the distant Kuiper Belt, a place of red snow, floating mountains, hidden oceans, and a silent, frozen heart. And long after humanity is gone, it will still be there, drifting in the darkness, unchanged, waiting. But as silent as Pluto may seem, that silence is a blessing, because if you travel closer to the sun, you will find something far worse. A world where winds scream at unimaginable speeds, and rain falls not as water, but as diamonds. But that is a story for another time.